Hi, welcome to the Magic Onions blog. My name is Donnie. Here's my work desk. I bet you are looking at my son's cute kitten whose name is Flint, but what I actually want you to look at are the beautiful felt poppies that I made. I love how they bring such bright color to the space. I made them with wool felt, and today I'm going to share with you exactly how I made them. These are the materials you'll need. You'll need floral wire, red wool felt, a felted ball in a shade of black or dark grey, sharp scissors, brown wool felt, and you'll need glue. I prefer to use a hot glue gun, but any kind of glue will do if you are prepared to wait a bit longer. I'm going to make my petals out of heart shapes, so I'm going to cut 4 hearts out of my felt. To do this, I make a paper stencil so that I can get pretty hearts cut into the felt. I draw a heart on a piece of paper. I then cut the heart out. I pin it to my felt and I use it as a stencil to cut a felt heart. Do you notice how I'm holding the heart steady and I'm turning the felt as I go? This helps me cut a lovely heart shape. I want to tell you about the felt I use. I get my felt from a wonderful Etsy shop called Felt on the Fly. Isn't that a cute name? Felt on the Fly. Janet, who owns Felt on the Fly, lives in Michigan, and she's been an Etsy friend for so many years. She sells gorgeous wool felt in so many beautiful colors. You really should check out her shop. So now that I have cut out my 4 heart petals, I'm going to arrange them in a circle so that they are easy to glue. I'm going to get my hot glue gun and put a little bit of glue at the bottom end of the heart and stick a petal overlapping slightly over the first heart. I'm going to do the same with the second heart. A little bit of glue, stick on the petal. And then with the last petal, same thing, a little bit of glue, stick on the heart petal, and there we have the flower that I can set aside for later. Now I'm going to make the center of the flower. I'm going to use the brown or black felted ball, and I'm going to use a strip of brown felt. My strip of brown felt will be about 1/2 inch wide. Now with my sharp scissors, I'm going to carefully cut little incisions into the brown felt about halfway along the width so that I'm making a fringe. This is going to make the fluffy flower parts around the center of my flower. Be careful not to cut all the way through so that you cut the fluffy part off too short. I like using small scissors when I cut felt. This gives me much more control over my incisions and my cuts and makes clean cuts. Also, it's important that your scissors are very sharp. When I've cut about 1 inch and a bit, then I'm going to measure it around my felt ball. I want it to fit all the way around my felt ball. Mine was a little bit short, so I'm going to continue cutting until it is the right length. I'm going to measure it, and as you can see, it overlaps a little bit. So I'm going to cut off that overlapping piece of felt. You don't have to be totally precise and perfect. It'll all work out in the end. Now I'm going to get a little bit of my hot glue and I'm going to put it along the uncut edge of the felt fringe. When it's all the way along, I'm going to stick it to the felt ball, and this is going to be the center of my flower. Stick it all the way around, and there we have the center of the flower. Fluff out the little fluffy parts, and now we're going to stick the center of the flower to the petals. Put a small amount of glue in the middle and firmly stick and hold down the felt flower center. Now I'm going to glue the petals up the side so that the bottom of the center of the flower doesn't show. It's important when you're using hot glue and felt to give the hot glue time to set and stick before you move the pressure away. So as you see, I'm putting glue, then I'm holding pressure against the glue, and my other fingers that you can't see are holding the other parts that I've glued previously. So we're going to continue with this all the way around until our petals sit beautifully against the center of the flower. Here you can see how my fingers at the back are keeping pressure on the felt that I have already glued. If you don't keep this pressure on the felt that you've already glued, then when you take the pressure away, the felt will pull away from the glue and you'll have an ugly gluey piece of felt. Now it's time to connect the floral wire stem to our felt flower. What we're going to do is we're going to use the sharp end of the scissors. Please be really careful with this, because if your hand slips, you can really hurt yourself. So I'm going to, with pressure, I'm going to push the tip into the felt flower, and then I'm going to put a little bit of glue onto the end of my stem, and I'm going to insert it into the hole I've just made with the scissors. You have to be really firm when you insert the stem. And there we have it, pretty felt flowers. I made my flowers in 3 gorgeous colors that I got from the felt shop, Felt on the Fly. So I hope you'll make some pretty poppies for Valentine's Day. If you do, I would love it if you would send me a photo of your pretty felt flowers. Thank you for joining me on themagiconions.com. Please come back soon for more crafting tutorials. www.themagiconions.com. Thanks, bye.